Welcome to this tutorial on how to use phpMyAdmin to create a database for web integration. Now, the first and very important thing that you most probably will ask is, what is phpMyAdmin? Now, in a nutshell, phpMyAdmin is a database program that allows you to create a database and then link that database to your web page that you're going to be creating. So all the information, or most of the information that will appear on your web page will in fact then be coming from this database or information that you've placed in the database. Right, so the first question, how do I gain access to phpMyAdmin from your school computer? Now what I've done is I've set it up on my school laptop, which means that you can access my computer, and on my computer I've created space for you that you can go ahead and create a database to work on. So the first thing that you can do is you can open Safari and you can enter this address and then hit the enter key. Alternatively, if you go into the section that we're currently busy with, you can just go to number 2 and then hit this button down here, and that will give you access to phpMyAdmin. Right, this will be the screen that comes up once you've clicked on that link or entered that address in Safari. Now the two things that you want to enter is a username. Now I've created a username for you using your first name, and it's all in lowercase, and then your password you can use level 2, and again once you're inside phpMyAdmin you can change that password to anything you like. Now I've used Katumi's account to gain access to phpMyAdmin, but yours will look exactly the same as Katumi's, and so we're going to just follow along on this one. This will be the home screen that greets you, and you can see I've made mention that you can change the password. You can do that right over here. You can use the logout option when you finish and you don't want to use it anymore, and very important is this address as well, is the user that you currently logged in with. In this case is Katumi at localhost. Right, now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on a database that I've created for you. Your name will be over here. In this case we're going to click on Katumi. Right, once you've clicked on Katumi, you'll notice that Katumi is now highlighted in blue, and you can also notice over here that you are inside the database with the name Katumi, and in your case whatever your name is will be sitting right over here. You'll also notice that it says that there are no tables found in the database, purely because we haven't created any tables. Now we're going to go ahead, and I've supplied you with data that you're going to be creating a database for, and then actually capturing that data for me in the database. Now the first thing you have to do is decide on an appropriate name for your database and decide how many fields you are going to be using. Once you've put those values in, you're going to hit the key that says go. Now I've done that, and I've called my table student_info, and I have put 6 files down, and the moment that I hit that go button, it brings up this form as you can see it in front of you now. You'll notice that these are the 6 field names that I've created. This is the type of data that you're going to be hosting. You have to specify the length, and the important thing in terms of length is if you can be very accurate with the length that you're going to be using, then obviously your database will be smaller in size, and we all know that smaller in size on the internet means it loads up quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just populate the field names as I got it from the data that I've given you in your task. Right, here you can see the name structure that I've used, and I've gone with variable character, and in each case I've decided what do I think is the longest that in this case the student's name will be, and I've came down to no longer than 30, and I've done exactly the same in each of these cases. So you decide which field in this case, which type is best suited to handle your information. In my case everything is pretty much text, but I'm not using text, I'm using variable character because I'm in fact specifying how long I'm expecting the maximum length of that file to be. So I fill all of that in, and once I'm finished I hit the save button over here. Once I hit the save button over here, I then get my information displayed in this way. Don't worry too much about this section at the moment. Just have a look at this and make sure that this is exactly what you want. I'll be talking about this a little later, and then also notice that we haven't identified any index, and this I'll cover with you a bit later as well. Right, you can also hit this button down here, Print View, just to get evidence later on for your assessment of what your database structure looks like. And over here you can in fact see what your information looks like. Now these areas we can populate, we can put comments in and so forth, but for now that's where you want to get to. So you've effectively now created, or I created a database for you, and you have gone and you've created your very first table. So the next session that I'll do with you is just to show you how do I put information into that table that I've just created.